I'd now like to invite to the podium the Undergraduate Student Government President, Megan Bodenschatz. Megan.
Good afternoon, faculty, staff, and the class of 2020. So I was told that I could speak for 10 minutes today. I did a little bit of research on Google and just a little bit of math and discovered that the average person speaks at about 120 words per minute. So 10 minutes of speaking would equate to approximately 1,200 words. Now, if the average word is about 5 letters, that makes this speech 6,000 characters. And keeping in mind that a tweet has a 140 character maximum, my speech could be accomplished in a mere 43 tweets. Therefore, I present to you Megan's 43 tweets to success at the University of Akron. But don't worry, I'm only gonna give you 5 of them. My first tweet of advice is to go outside your comfort zone, #challenge yourself. I'm challenging myself right here, right now. Being on this stage and in this role as undergraduate student government president has taken me so far outside my comfort zone, I don't even think I have a zone anymore. When I joined undergraduate student government, or USG, my freshman year, my plan was to go through the motions and fulfill the minimum requirements because it seemed like a great resume builder. Obviously, things didn't turn out the way I had planned. Instead, I decided to challenge myself and run a campaign, participate in a debate, and allow myself to constantly be put into these uncomfortable positions, such as making speeches for an entire year. Why would I do this? Because I strongly believe that the University of Akron offers an exceptional higher education experience, and I want to be in a position that not only works to support this institution, but continues to make it better. Getting to this point did not happen overnight. I had to overcome numerous obstacles and #challenge myself to get up on this stage this afternoon. My second tweet is to admit that you were wrong and learn from your mistakes. College isn't easy. It challenges you in the best ways, but it's not easy. You are making decisions that will affect the rest of your life, and you are going to make questionable ones, but that's okay. Now is the time to make those questionable decisions and make those mistakes. Because here at the University of Akron, a great support system is provided to you to help you pick yourself up and get back at it. You might have to take calculus twice. You might have to rewrite your English comp essay a few times. You might even have to take a night class in Polski. It might be really frustrating, but if you learn to not get caught up in your mistakes, you will only be that much more successful. My freshman year, I really struggled with trying to balance the freedom and independence of living away from home with my involvement in course load. My grades suffered because I stayed up late and would skip my morning classes, although to be honest, 7:45 morning classes are never a good idea. I thought it was the professor's fault for writing too hard of a test, or that the readings weren't that important, and that my involvement on campus wasn't too much for me. I got good grades in high school while staying involved, so I thought I didn't need to worry about college because of my success in high school. Luckily, my mom was around and whipped my butt into shape, but I had to learn very quickly I could not survive in college the way I survived in high school. There are so many different services and people on campus that want to help you succeed and want to help you make the right decisions. Utilize these resources, whether it's at the clinic at the rec, the tutoring lab in Bierce, or visiting USG and the Student Union. All of these services and many more exist to increase the quality of our lives as students at the University of Akron. So take advantage of them. Tweet number 3 of advice: change your mind. When I started college, I had a plan. I was going to get my bachelor's in psychology, go to graduate school, open my own child and adolescent clinic, and revolutionize the world of psychology. In the spring semester of my freshman year, I took developmental psychology and things went horribly, horribly wrong. The course and professor were great, but I was not great in the class. I had absolutely no interest in the material, didn't pay attention, and really struggled to get a grade that I would be proud to take home to my parents. And that's when my quarter-life crisis began. I went to career counseling, which is offered here on campus. I took all of the career placement tests I could, and I would sit in class Googling things I was interested in just to see if I could make a career out of it. Luckily, I stumbled into event planning and public relations and realized that's where I belonged. It was really hard to admit that the path I had dreamed up for myself in high school wasn't going to work out, but I have not once looked back nor taken another psychology class. My fourth tweet of advice is to say yes, but also say no. You might have heard this from your mom, dad, grandparents, older siblings, but college is all about getting involved. What we learn in the classroom is important, and that's what mom, dad, and FAFSA are paying for. But in my experience, I have learned so much more from being involved with student government, Sigma Lambda, emerging leaders, and a variety of other clubs. With over 300 student organizations here at Akron, it's easy to say yes, get involved, and find the place you fit. What's sometimes hard to do is know your limits and say no. We all feel this constant pressure to fit in and do things that may be beyond our limits, especially our freshman year. But it's important we understand what our limits are and can say no, so that when it comes to things we are most passionate about, we can say yes. And last, but most importantly, be very proud to be a Zip. The University of Akron's culture is composed of something that you won't find anywhere else. Not everyone here came straight out of high school. Some decided to raise a family first. Some decided to join the armed forces first, or others just simply want to start a new career. No matter what your background may be, being a Zip means you persevere no matter what challenges are thrown your way. You stay up until 2 o'clock in the morning studying. You get another job to pay for books. You retake calculus, but you never give up. Zips persevere through it all, and that is something you should be proud to be a part of. Good luck, class of 2020, and go Zips.